Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So today I am finally getting around to installing a couple different sets. Well, one in particular today, then the other one maybe later next week. But if you guys recall, GoRhino, they hooked me up with a few different sets of side steps. Obviously I put them on the Tundra here, and these are the RB20s on this, and I absolutely love them. Here I have another set of RB20s. These are the RB20s for the 4Runner though. And right here we have, they're called, here I'll show you the exact name. So these are the Dominator. Ooh, if it actually focused for you. So these are the Dominator D6 steps. So I wanted to purposely start the video, of course, with just, hey, this is what they look like when you pull them out of the box. Fortunately, I do still have the box for these ones in the garage. But of course, this one here in the original box. So I'll open it up for you, kind of give you a look. This is essentially how those other ones came in the box too, so pretty well packaged in my opinion. Yeah, pretty well protected. They're very unlikely to get damaged in transport. Not to mention, when it was dropped off at my house, they were attached to a pallet. Granted, I had a couple other things come with it, so that may not be the case for when you guys order them, but extremely well packaged and transported with the good care in my opinion. So just want to at least give you eyes on everything in the package as it came before actually, giving you a status updates of my install here. I'm not going to waste your time and totally go through every little bit with you, but I know a lot of people do care about how it comes and kind of just an idea of all the pieces and components. So these components right here are for the Dominator set right here. So this is what I'm going to put on today. Obviously 3 brackets per side. And then should be 6 right here total, right? Boop. Yep. So each of those will actually insert into each of the actual side steps. So I'll kind of demonstrate that as I go along here the best I can for you. These right here in this box, these are the brackets and mounting bolts and nuts and everything for the RB20s. And again, that'll be another day, but I want to at least show you side by side what they look like. I'll tear them both open here in a minute and kind of give you a side-by-side look at them, fresh out of the packaging, just so you can kind of have a good comparison between the two. So stay tuned, and we'll jump to the next step here. All right, so we got them both opened up here, at least one of each, so I can give you a side-by-side look to both of them. So this one here is finished in the bed liner, which is really cool about the RB20s. If you guys know, if you guys remember, I did end up putting that finish on the Tundra's RB20s, and I'm a huge fan. I truly do think these are the best possible side step that you can get on the Tundra in particular, for sure. I mean, there's definitely a handful of options out there, especially for the 4Runner. If you guys remember, I mean, I do have already these RSG rock sliders, which are amazing. Yeah, I do love these. I think they're awesome. When it comes to actually providing better grip and actually usefulness as a side step, the RB20s are going to be better. I'm pretty confident in saying that. Especially if you've got a family and kiddos. But, if you ever are going to go off-roading, which perhaps I'm the worst person to say this out loud, is, of course, RSG sliders are going to be a little bit more effective for, if you high center on anything, it's going to protect you a little bit better. But keep in mind, these are super heavy, super heavy, and I wish I had the number on top of my head, but by comparison to these guys here, both of these really, especially the RB20s between the two, these are much lighter. And that's something to consider. I know some people that does make a bit of a difference. When you add that additional weight and mass to your vehicle here, it does do something to the driving characteristics. I personally haven't noticed it too much, but I know people who do notice that type of thing. So to show you that, of course I got the little grippies here to help a little bit, but again, not quite as good and effective as the RB20s here in particular. So if you remember, it does kind of narrow toward the back of it. So this is the rear with the badge on it. So this would obviously go on the passenger side, and then of course the wider part up front is toward the front of the vehicle. So focus a little bit more on the Dominator here. I think it looks sleek. I think it goes with, especially if you have a Tier D Pro, I think it goes well with the rack in particular. I can see people maybe not loving this bit. I mean, I know people who, you guys know, even Super White, I mean, he ended up, my buddy with the white Tundra Tier D Pro, he ended up just blacking out the actual badge. I know a lot of people are 50-50 on that, whether they like having a company's brand yeah, I guess so noticeable on it. I think it's small enough to where it's still pretty sleek though. So I'm not going to be able to show you too well right now. Hopefully as I'm putting it on it'll be a little easier. But these pieces right here, as I'm mounting them up to the vehicle, if I understood the directions right, I'll be sliding them in to the sides here to where the mounting holes are facing outward, but on the inside of the actual side step. So yeah, that makes sense. So they're going to enter there, then you adjust them, you slide them down to where they're actually going to fit and mount up to the vehicle, of course, with the brackets. So the final note I'll make is the directions. So if you guys remember with my Sleet off-road rock sliders that I had on the Land Cruiser, by the way, this is of course the mounting hardware for the Dominator steps here that came with it, like the bolts and whatnot. But if you remember with the Sleet off-road sliders had terrible directions. I remember just like struggling through that. This is truly dummy proof in my opinion. You got big pictures, big graphics, big everything. So let's kind of flip through a couple pages for you. So you can't really mess that up. So it's a little windy. Try not to lose it. So it's just, that's what I was just describing there. We're going to slide them through and adjust them to the, the mounting bracket points, if you will. So super straightforward. So I applaud GoRhino for doing this. They definitely put the time and the appropriate attention into their actual instructions to make them simple, make them easy. I think each of these are rated for like 40 minutes to an hour for install, which based off these directions here, I can absolutely see that being the case. But because I gotta pop these guys off, it might take a little bit longer, of course. But at any rate, actually I'll show you the Tundra real quick, then we'll hop to the next step here, okay? Just a quick reminder what these look like. But I like them because they protect you from door dings, and they also protect the side of your vehicle when you're throwing rocks up. It acts as a little bit of a shield, so I've always been a huge fan of that piece of it too. Not to mention a huge step for you just to jump out of your vehicle and jump into it with. Alrighty, well, we'll jump to the next step here. Alright, I figured I'd pause for just a second and show you guys a no-kidding side-by-side of the RSG rock sliders right next to both the GoRhino products here. So, and I'm doing this on purpose. Part of me considered taking these off beforehand and just kind of doing a video separately, only focusing on the GoRhino products, but I'm purposely doing this because if many of you are like me at all, I mean, admittedly, I didn't even consider getting a side step because, rock sliders are cooler, right? I mean, they're cooler whether you use them or not. It fits the bill, it fits the look of the vehicles, of the 4Runner in particular, definitely, I would argue, and the Tacoma too. Not so much for the Tundra, in my opinion, but, I admittedly didn't even consider GoRhino, but like I said, I mean, if you guys are like me, I think it's important to see them all side by side and really compare them. And I'll try to, keep my bias out of it. Obviously, I bought the RSG sliders, but I thought they were going to be way better. I thought these were going to be way cooler than these, and I'm already kind of seeing firsthand that that's not the case. Obviously, it's almost unfair of me to compare them. I get it, just because these are, no kidding, a little bit more purpose-built, right? They're built to protect your vehicle in off-roading situations, right? I get that. But for 9 out of 10 people who buy the 4Runner, you're not going to need it, myself included, right? I mean, you're not going to need this. But if you are, the 1 out of 10 who is off-roading every weekend, you're taking your truck up to the trails, good on you, thumbs up to you, but maybe the GoRhino isn't for you. But the 9 out of 10, I can see these being, the little bit more of a fitting application for your vehicle. But I want to do side by side and kind of show you. Just taking these off was a cruel reminder of just how heavy they are by comparison to these. But that's not necessarily a bad thing for given their purpose. And obviously this, I shouldn't say obviously, but this will go right up to the frame of the vehicle. So you're bolting it up. I think there was 12 or 16 bolts over here that mount up to it. Whereas of course that's not the case with these. So these, I imagine, are even even simpler to install. But I guess we'll get to that here in a second. But at any rate, I just wanted to show them side by side, and again, kind of explain the reason why I'm showing the whole thing with you rather than just focusing on the GoRhino here. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so we just wrapped up the Dominators. So this is the finished product, which I think came out pretty nice. I think I prefer the RB20s, these guys here. I do still think these are my favorite from GoRhino. However, I think this is a pretty sleek look, so I can see why someone might prefer these. You know, especially given the the overall design of the top plate here looks pretty sleek. But again, it's all a matter of a preference, of course. Super easy to install. I think it took me maybe 45 minutes for both sides here, but super short. Definitely recommend it if you're like me and you're not like super savvy with this kind of stuff. Yeah, you know, you'll definitely appreciate the simplicity of those directions there. So I guess as my parting shot within this video, why would you consider getting these GoRhinos, either set, the RB20 or the Dominators here? Why would you consider those over the RSG sliders here? I think it really kind of comes down to two things. Price, of course, they're more affordable, as you'd imagine, and then B, waiting time. So when you order these, at least as of right now, at least as a couple months ago too, when you order them, you have to wait a long time. And I think there's a several week backlog, and that tends to be the case with a lot of rock slider companies' products. That's not the case with these. So when you order them, you can typically get them really within a matter of a couple weeks. So again, the price tag, the ease of installation is a little bit easier. These aren't difficult at all, so don't get me wrong. There's a little bit more to it, a little more heft. You need help with them, whereas these you can do these solo really. But yeah, so price tag and not having to wait. I think those are two pretty important pieces to consider here. So I'll back up one more time, kind of give you a full shot of it. Again, let me know what you guys think. We'll do one more little drive-by. So again, I think just the material, the tubing here, it matches well with the roof rack. So I think it comes together pretty well with the TRD Pro here. And it still has that film. I need to peel that off. Alright guys, well, we'll wrap up the video there. I appreciate you watching as always.